Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I am doing pretty good myself. I am here to show you my Fallout 4 mod list. Now this is just the mod list on my Xbox where I do the shows. It's not really intended as a playthrough mod list anymore. And I'll show you as I go through here. You'll kind of get the idea. You'll see, and then later I'm going to do another show and I'll show you the mod list that I'm creating for a playthrough, because I want to be able to play through, but I want to keep John and Jenny being able to do their shows. So I'm going to separate the two. Since the Toaster has her own Xbox, I'm going to use hers for my Fallout 4 playthroughs. I won't be able to play through Fallout 4 unless she's not playing anyway. So, because if anytime she's playing, I'm playing and we're playing together. So, anyway, but this is from the show. This is from my Xbox here. I use the unofficial Fallout 4 patch. I use this. This is a collection of standardization and what else? Keywords and, well, maybe not keywords. I forget what else here. It's a resource though. It's a collection of things. Okay, standardized framework of keywords, so there is that. It standardizes apparel slot usage. It does a number of things. Standardizes crafting and weapons and armors so that modders can create things based off of these standards. And that's how we get a lot of the good mods that we do. So this is the version that supports all the DLC. So there you go. So you have to have this to run a lot of other things. Okay, and I'll try to go through that as we go. I use the cheat room. I always use the cheat room. If I think the same modder does this cheat room. I think it's Braden. Is it Braden M? I want to say it's Braden M. Well, here his gamer tag is Braden with all those ones. But nonetheless, thank you to Braden for another fine cheat room, which I do use. Then there's this settlement electricity overhaul. I really like this, so I'm probably going to keep it because I don't have to have wires. And I can still place wireless fuse boxes and do fun stuff. Then there's the Armor Smith Extended. Now this mod, it tells you all it does. It does a lot of things. It allows you to wear, helmets and stuff with bandanas and gas masks, and every outfit in the game can now be worn under armor, and all armor should now show up when equipped, except for my invisible armor, which is another mod. We'll see. I'll show you that. Anyway, but it's all this stuff. It's a lot of stuff. It does a bunch of stuff. I don't even have the way to explain all this. So there you go. All clothing items are moddable and are also renamable. So it's a good size mod considering how much space we have, such little space on the Xbox for Fallout 4, but it's worth it. Alright, moving on. We have invisible armors. Yay, invisible armors. You can create invisible variations of any armors so that you don't even have to show your armor at all. You can just wear whatever outfit you want to wear. You could probably just wear your underwear and wear invisible armor. I have not tried that, but I have done the invisible armor, and I did a show on this, so you could probably find it. It was a while back, but nonetheless. Then there's also Freemaker, similar to a mod that I have in Skyrim. This allows you to make the vanilla stuff in the game with no materials or perk requirements. Okay, it just allows you to go in and just make stuff, so that you can pretty much make whatever you want from the beginning of the game, and you can wear and look the way you want to look. I think it's convenient and nice. Alright, so then I have rich vendors, also similar to something I have in Skyrim. It gives all your vendors more money, so that I think I'm using the 10k one. Yeah, the 10k one. So they have 10,000 gold, or caps, sorry, caps, so that I find it easier to sell my stuff. Infinite settlement resources. This allows you to create some items for your settlement that are labeled God items that give you infinite food, water, power, and defense. I think there's an issue with the defense stuff. I can't remember what that issue was. It could be that it needed, I use wireless power, and I think it would not work with wireless power. Well, it's not a big deal. But anyway, the food and the water and the power is great, though. It is. No more wetness. Okay. I didn't understand why everybody was just wet. Shiny, super shiny wet. You know what I mean? Everything was super shiny wet. Like, just ridiculous. It didn't look right. So, this mod removes that. You still can be wet and all, but you're not going to be super shiny like chrome shiny. Alright, this is my favorite nighttime out in the world mod, the Out of This World and Pilgrim's Moon. I really enjoy it. It's a little crazy sci-fi looking, but I enjoy it. I like it. This is Display Enhancements. Is this by Braden too? This might be by Braden also. Let me look. Yep, gamertag Braden. Braden M1, yep. Anyway, Display Enhancements, just like in Skyrim. It's not exactly the same thing, but it's very close, and you can basically use it the same way. Unfortunately, Fallout 4 is not always cooperative in the same way that Skyrim is, so some things vary. You have to just try things out and try to find what you want. Then I like Calamity Weathers. Now here I've turned off the interiors. I don't remember why I did that, but Calamity Weathers is really good. It's not a very big weather mod, and the interiors thing is good too. It just gives the world a nice look. Now what do they compare it to? They compared it to another game. Yeah, they say the atmosphere is akin to Metro. Well, I've played some Metro, and I won't disagree with them, but I like it. I like it anyway. I've not played a ton of Metro, but I've played a little bit. I played the first one. Let's see. I played it for a little while. I was enjoying it, and then I got myself into a corner where I'm not sure how I'm going to get out of it. I keep being killed, and these monsters have me in a bad spot, and I'm not a very good Metro player, obviously. So I either have to like restart my game or do something like that. I don't remember if I have multiple saves. Maybe I can go back to a previous save. Anyway, I haven't played it any since. Horror games is not really my thing, and Metro is kind of a horror game. But nonetheless, the Calamity Weathers I really like. I do like the interiors. I turned it off for some other reason. I think I turned it off because it kind of makes things look weird in the cheat room sometimes. I think that's the problem, because it's an interior. So now here's some things that I usually, for my purposes, I turn on, but I turned these off so that the game, so that the shows would look more normal, so that you would see how mods look in the game without these things being turned off. See, I don't really like the bloom. I like the eye adaptation. You could keep that, but I don't care much for the bloom. I don't care about God rays or lens flare. Matter of fact, lens flare honestly can bother me. I'm very susceptible to migraines and stuff, and just lens flare bothers me. So I don't like it, but in this case I thought for the purposes of the shows, just like in Skyrim, I've turned some of these things off. So I'm going to turn them off here and leave them off. Now for the playthrough game, I'm going to have these turned on because I prefer to have them turned on. That's my choice. The only one I might not use is this one. Maybe. Okay, but these turn stuff off if you don't want those things turned off. And I'm not doing it for FPS reasons. I'm doing it because I don't like it. I don't want to see it. Now this, I was going to try this. I was going to try this along with some green mods down in the city, in Boston, in the downtown area, because every time in the past I have tried a green mod downtown, it has killed my game. It has just, I mean, really, just frame rate drop, crashes, everything. So I gave up on green mods previously, but I'm gonna try to find one and try it again, and I'm gonna keep these on standby to possibly use them if needed. Part of the reason I'm doing this is I know somebody was telling me, and I didn't write it down because I wasn't planning on doing anything specific about it, but they've got me curious about it, so I'm going to play around with it. But they were telling me they were having trouble with their Fallout 4 game, and it really sounds like they probably have they've probably thrown a lot of mods together, and I mean, honestly, you really, when you're building a modded game, you need to just try. The first thing you do really is you need to just come in and let's just add a few mods. Let's log into our game. Let's play around a little bit and test it and see how it works. See if it's okay. Go to the downtown area. I mean, if you're going to test mods in Fallout 4, that's the place to go. Go down in the downtown area and run around and kill those super mutants and stuff down there. The reason being is that seems to be the most sensitive, worst area for crashes and everything. So that's what I would do. If there's another more sensitive area, let me know. But that's the area that I know about. So anyway, if you just downloaded all these mods and threw it in the game all at one time and started a new game, and the game seems to work when you're in Sanctuary, but then you go downtown and everything crashes, well, yeah, that's going to happen because Fallout 4, now I don't know how it is on PC, but Fallout 4 on the Xbox is not the most stable of moddable games. Skyrim is way easier to mod than Fallout 4. First, you have less space here. We have less that we can do. The game seems really touchy. Like I said, I tried some green mods early on, and it did not like me doing that. So, you know, I'm going to go back and play around with some of this. But for right now, and I'm probably going to use, if I need to, I might try these reduced grass density mods. But I haven't used them. I tried them out just to look at them, but I wasn't overly, it was fine. It reduces your grass density. I guess if you're having problems, it might help, but I didn't really have problems, so for me, it just kind of made a bit of a visual change, and that was it. So, and that's because I'm not running any grass mods or green mods. I'm just calling them all green mods in general, okay? But nonetheless, you know, when you're creating a new game and you're just coming into Fallout 4 on the Xbox for the first time, you know, just do a few mods at a time. Maybe do, you know, 5 solid mods that you know you really want. Like, you're really going to want, I mean, some of the first mods you're going to want, you're probably going to want that patch. You're going to want that, and you're going to want this, okay? After that, the choices are yours, largely. I think you're going to want the cheat room myself, because why not? Why not have a way to do things, you know? Then everything else is pretty much up to you. It's purely your choice what you do. But I would just add a few things at a time. Maybe say, well, okay, first let's play around with my night sky, and let's do that. And then second, maybe, okay, I'm going to add a green mod and see what I get and see how that works. Or maybe do the green mod first and see how that works for you. I don't know. We'll see when I get over to doing this, but I've kind of rambled off topic here, and I apologize for that. But I'm really concerned that someone's trying to do something. They've spent money on these things, and they're trying to do something. But I don't think it's that they can't do it. I think it's just that they may possibly be going about it the wrong way. If you just take a wheelbarrow full of stuff and just throw it in, I mean, there's no telling what you'll get out of it. But if you take your time and gradually build your game, and Fallout 4 is sensitive, and I know it is, it's the way it's always seemed to me, then I think you'll do better if you take your time. And I have no comparison for how it is on the PlayStation, because the PlayStation, doesn't allow you to use anything but vanilla items. So there is no real comparison between the two. That's like, there's really no comparison like between the PC and the Xbox, because for one, the PC version of the game, well, the PC version of the game is going to be slightly different. You're going to have a little more control over it, and your PC by now surely is a lot more powerful than even the Xbox One X, and you have a lot more space to work with on the PC. So there's really not a lot of comparisons that you can make between these three platforms, because Sony really ropes off the PlayStation, and you can't use anything other than just vanilla assets that are from the game. So of course things like that are always going to run better and be better. That's just the way it is. But if you want to do retextures and all, you really have to kind of look and add things one at a time. Try not to do too much all at once, okay? That's my advice. Slow down a little bit, take your time, build your game, and then when you've got it the way you want it, you'll really enjoy it a lot more, because you'll have something that really works for you, okay? It's just simple advice. It's up to you. Do what you want. Alright, so anyway, these are cheat room patches, of course. This is the Happy Maker. I really don't need it for our shows, but I keep it around because it does keep my settlements happy. John's settlements happy. So, it works. It takes a little time, but it seems to work for me. Alright, so, and this is the CBBE Curvy All-in-One. On Fallout 4, on the Xbox, as far as I can tell, this is the only body. There is no other. If someone knows of something else you can use that actually has anything made for it, let me know. But everything I find is made for this body. It's not like that on Skyrim at all. But here in Fallout 4, it's this body and everything's made for this body, and I don't see hardly anything else. And even if I did see something else, I wouldn't know what body to put it on. I don't know what bodies are available. So, I still feel kind of, compared to Skyrim, I still feel like I'm kind of just starting with Fallout 4, even though I'm not. I just never have gotten that comfortable with it. So I'm going to play around with it some more and try to do better, and try to do more Fallout 4 shows and playthroughs, okay? Alright, so, and this is the replacer. It gives you some, I'm not going to say they're like skimpy, like super skimpy, but it gives you some slightly racier outfits for your females. I think it's nice. I like this underwear better than the stock underwear, so I chose to use that. I did a show on this, the Mjolnir Mark V Assault Armor. I'm probably not going to keep this mod. It's really big, and for my show's purposes, it takes up a lot of space. But I do like it, and I didn't show every little thing you could do with it, but I tried to do a decent show that showed some cool stuff. Pardon me, gives you an opportunity to look and see what you would like to do. This collection of mods is really one main project, but they modulated it so that you don't have to have any pieces you don't want. And you can save a lot of space here if you want to do that. But I go ahead and download it all because I like having all these different options. And it's for Lisa, and it's for CBBE. I think it's actually for Curvy. Does it not say Curvy on it? Well, I'm looking. It does not say that, does it? But nonetheless. Alright, anyway, it's just a fun bunch of outfit options for your girls. It gives you, it is a bit to download, but it's not really too huge. So all in all, it's probably a little over, it's probably right around or a little bit over 200 megabytes. And I'm just doing that roughly estimated in my head right now. So it could be off, but just roughly. But it's good. It gives you a lot of options. If you play around with it, you'll see in my game right now, in John or Jenny's game, you'll see Jenny wearing something from that, and you'll see Piper's wearing something from that. Now this is a mod that I started to do a show on. I got interrupted, and I have not gotten back to it. I have part 1, this initial beginning. I have that part of the video just sitting, waiting for me to do the rest of the video. So I'm sorry. That's life sometimes. The pip pad, I originally got this because I had to have it for the Halo armor I was using. Well, that mod is gone for whatever reason, but the pip pad I kept. I really like it, and I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. I just really like the idea of the pip pad. You don't have something attached to your arm, you just pull it out and use it as needed. It makes more sense to me. This is a fun kind of sci-fi type of gun. Not very sci-fi, but a little bit. I like it. Definitely a Star Trek phaser. Everybody needs one of those. This is Dead Space armor. I've been having John wear that. I'm probably not going to keep that around much longer, but fun. This helps when you get the face texture glitch. And while sometimes I don't quite know how to get it to work for me, sometimes when I get that glitch and I get the brown face or the black face, if I simply, change the skin tone or the color of hair or something, it will pop and it will clear up the issue. It'll clear up the glitch. So there you go. It does require you to place any face or texture mods after this one in the load order. I'm fine with that. That's perfectly fine. It does really seem to work though. Ponytail hairstyles by, is this by Azar? Azar, A-Z-A-R down there. So I like those hairstyles, so I keep those. This is some hairstyles for males. I kept those. This is some hair colors, which I liked, and I kept those. I keep saying the same thing because it's really pretty self-explanatory. Vibra eyes, I just decided that these were the eyes I was keeping for now. I like those. Simple clean face for a woman. So, the mod requires that face texture glitch, okay? But this mod edits the number 2 young options in face editing. This mod also edits the number 4 options in face editing. It's to give you some clean faces. They say that about the Xbox and PC. It doesn't matter. For your comparison, it doesn't matter. You can tell on your Xbox if it's working or not, or if you're getting what you want out of it. I don't really compare. Honestly, I've seen PC pictures that don't look that good, so I don't really make a lot of comparisons. Anyway, all right. But nonetheless, I feel like it works, and I think my folks look pretty good. Immersive mouth and teeth. Just that. I just tried it, and because it's made kind of like it was for Skyrim, and I don't know. I like it, so I kept it. Natasha's face texture. A younger, fresher looking complexion. Now, let me see if I can read this. To get the complete look, now here's what they say to do. I did not do this. They say choose smooth for your forehead and neck, weathered for your cheeks, and the number 1 option for eyes, nose, and mouth. And that produces that. I didn't exactly do that. First, I don't ever use weathered. I always use smooth. And I think due to my other mod, I always use options 2, or at least a lot. So this does include a face preset that you can use though, which is nice. Let's see, anything else? No, I did create a girl based off of this, but I just noticed that Jenny looked a lot better once I used this. Presets that may be handsome. These are some guy presets that I liked, so I kept those. And then this is a mod that is gone, unfortunately. It's Young Explorer. It is a preset that gave you basically a Lara Croft looking type of preset. Just a face, and you could give her the hairdo from Azar, from the ponytail hairdos by Azar. You could give her a ponytail from here, and she, would look reasonably like Lara Croft. I mean, do we care? But still. Busty, this is something that's supposed to increase the busting curves. So I'm not always sure that I can tell that much difference. I'll just tell you. So there you go. I would check out their other body replacer, but I never could make any sense out of it, and I don't see that there's a lot of outfits for it. So, but I try to use this. I think it helps a little. I don't think it really helps as much as you would probably like. Female neck tweaks. This is to keep the girls from looking like they have the weird snake or giraffe necks, which is kind of weird, and get the kink in it, if you've seen that. I think it works pretty much. It seems like the girls don't have that since I've been using this. Glamorous Magnolia. This is just like, that's really just a replacer. Just makes her look better. This is Clean Faces of Settlers. This is an attempt. You know how I feel about in Skyrim. I don't like the guys having all the dirty faces. Well, just imagine in Fallout 4, everybody is dirty all the time, and I just can't stand it. So I'm trying to give them at least some clean faces, and it basically deletes the dirt attribute, from the NPC marked as settler. So hopefully, it seems to work pretty good. I will not say that it's perfect 100%, but it seems to work pretty good. This is Loving Kate, Loving Curie, and Loving Piper. This is replacements for them. This Curie you will not get until you've gone through all her you have to go through all her quest line and get her to this type of appearance to begin with. So alright, so I have repaired Nick Valentine because I just think it makes more sense and he looks better. I have beautiful female settlers, new settlers that spawn in. They look better. They spawn in and they look better. It won't replace any existing settlers, but if you don't have those settlers, if you start with a new game, it'll be pretty nice. I do have girly animation in this game. I don't know if I like it that good or not, but I have it. It actually seems to work pretty good. Overall. Clean settlements. I like this. It really does. It really does do a good job of cleaning up the settlements. No build limit. Now, you have to realize that if you do go overboard, you can crash your game with this mod. But this mod will allow you to build a little extra stuff if you want to or if you need to. Okay, be careful on how many items you add to your build area. The original limit was placed there for a reason, meaning that you can overwhelm the game, And I really believe, I'll tell you for the most part, I believe Fallout 4's issues, especially on the Xbox, are way more related to Fallout 4. I know some people want to blame it on Xbox or the hardware, but I'm running Xbox One X. I really believe it's more to do with the game. I'm just going to say it because you notice with this game they decreased how much space we have for mods. They really did not want us to mod this game very much because it's not very stable on the Xbox. Okay, whether it be a problem with this version of the game or if it's a problem with the whole game, but they can kind of cover it up on the other platforms like PC. PC probably has enough power that you can get past all those issues. On on PlayStation, well, Sony really makes it easy for you to cover that up because Sony says no, where you can't do anything but vanilla assets. So they made it very simple there. So for us, we really see that this game is not as stable as it should be for a modded game. But I'm still happy that they let us mod it, and I still would want to be able to mod it, so I appreciate that. Okay, but I do think we could stand to have a little more mod space, but then if we did, we would put more mods in and we would see even more issues probably, because this game never, even the vanilla version didn't feel, I don't know, it didn't feel quite right. It does a lot better though on the, like I have the Xbox One X now, and it does a lot better on that. But we're going to do some testing and see if we can, make a good playthrough game with like some green mods and see what we get. So this is Amazing Faller Tweaks, just like I use in Skyrim. I use this here. It's not the exact same mod, of course. It's similar, and it does allow you to do some similar things. So, and that's fine. I like that. Now here we have a couple of things. First off, we have alternate start, the infinite answer, which I do like. There's a couple of things I like about this way of starting. It gives you that little room to go in and craft some stuff and make some stuff and kind of, outfit your character the way you want if you want to. Because it gives you a little chem station and everything. So if you have mods where you can go ahead and create some things, you can do that there. So that's nice and that's fun. And it does have a random start where it can just start you randomly in the world with whatever you've outfitted your character. So that's cool. Now here I've made the mistake. I have the full dialogue prompts. Okay, this is the wrong version for me. I should have just went with the normal dialogue prompts, because I did not download. You really need, for the full dialogue prompts, you need another mod for that to actually work. But anyway, I didn't download the other mod, so I never got any full dialogue. However, this did work without it. It did allow me to just go through and select my options. But I should probably go back and download the normal one. But nonetheless, this Start Me Up also allows you to do random starts, and also allows you to pick certain things that you can do. In ways, I'm going to say that in ways it gives you more flexibility than this, but now this is a much smaller mod. And they both allow for a random style of startup. So, the one thing you can do here with Start Me Up too is you can randomize. You can even have your character start kind of randomized, and that could be fun and funny. So I'm really leaning towards sticking with the Start Me Up, just for fun, and I'll probably get the normal one. On this, since this is my shows, I don't even create that many new people. For the shows, I'm probably going to stick with the alternate start, infinite answer, because it's a little easier for me to start a new character, go into the little room where I can create stuff if I need to, and for the purposes of doing one of my spotlights, that works better for me. But for playing through, this Start Me Up is probably the better option. I would probably just get the one with the normal prompts instead of the full dialogue. This is something I'm not using right now, and I'm probably going to do a show on. Well, I'm planning on doing a show on, so that's all that is. And that's it. That is my mod list for Fallout 4. Now, I realize this is what I'm using to do shows, and some of these things are unnecessary. I should probably let some of them go. But until I'm fully satisfied with my playthrough mod list on the other Xbox, I'm not going to get rid of much here. I did turn some things off, of course, because I felt like, maybe I should turn those off and just try to do our spotlights without having these things possibly causing any negative impact, So everything should look normal and correct as possible. Maybe I should turn off Calamity Weathers too, but I really kind of like Calamity Weathers. We'll see. For the playthrough mod list I'm going to do, as far as I know right now, I'm probably going to use Calamity Weathers. But we'll see. Maybe I'll try something different. I don't want to be too much of a booger, but I'll probably try some different things. Some of these things I'm definitely going to use in my playthrough. mod list. But then there's some others that are questionable. The utility things, I'll keep those. I might try a different sky, and I might try a different weather, maybe. I will probably disable the God rays and the lens flare just because I don't like to see them. I probably won't reduce the grass density unless I have to. I probably will use clean water. I really like having the clean water. I do. I'll still use cheat room. I'll probably still use the happy maker for my settlements. Unless somebody has something better, I'm probably still going to use these. And I don't know of anything better. And then armor and weapons and all that, I want to do some different stuff. And then as far as these things go, I'll probably keep these things for my characters pretty much, except I can't get that. And these replacers, I'm not sure about. Not decided yet if I will keep these or not. I'll keep the clean faces probably. And I don't know about Glorious Magnolia, if I'll keep that. I'll probably keep the girly animation and the clean settlements because that'll help. And the no build limit. The amazing follower tweaks, I'll probably keep that as well. I'm not planning on using a lot of followers, but I tend to have like one follower. I might do a robot army thing though, where I would have multiple followers. We'll see. So, and on that, I'll definitely use a version of Start Me Up because that will be more fun for me to start randomly like that. So, all right. So anyway, so this has been the mod list I'm using for Fallout 4 right now. It's not anything super impressive or wonderful. But it's just what I've been using for the shows, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you. I don't know if that's helpful, but there you have it. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.